And let me tell you something. You and this accent, we are both married to people from New Orleans, okay? And so we pick up their accents at times.
You think?
I think so.
I don't think so.
Sometimes I can hear it in certain things.
I don't want it.
I don't want it either. I don't want to say turlet. I'm not doing any of that. That's real deep. That's
Earl.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, man.
Earl. My mother-in-law would say Earl in a minute.
They sweet, but
not that sweet. Now, one thing I remember when I met you, you had your eyebrows with the little lines. And he said you played. I do. I remember.
Because eventually, Nicole, I used to always say I want to be a celebrity stylist, but eventually I kind of I faded away from that. I was like, I just want to be successful. I was like, I just want to be able to provide. And talking to God, I guess that was in His plan of Him providing for me.
How does it feel like being in a woman-dominated field? Welcome back to the Sow and Seed podcast. I'm your host, Nicole Mays Jackson, and today's guest is a special one. It is an absolute pleasure to introduce a remarkable individual in the world of hairstyling, who I've known for many years, long before the bright lights of fame, before the world recognized him as Weezy. I can't help but feel a sense of proudness as Weezy is shining as a master hairstylist that he is. His success is a true reflection of his talent and his beautiful soul that he has possessed. Please join me in giving a warm, heartfelt welcome to the one, the only Weezy. How did you feel about that intro?
That was a lot.
It was a lot. It was good, but it was
I felt it.
You felt it?
I felt that.
I'm glad you felt it. I'm glad. So I wanted to get into, how we first met. First of all, I want to thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
I know we haven't talked in a minute, and just for you reaching out and you saying, absolutely, Nicole,
sure.
I'm there.
You know that.
Yes. And so I want to talk about how we met. I remember my first time meeting you was in Shelly's apartment, which is Brachelle's mom, right? Yeah. And so for you guys don't know, Brachelle is my cousin-in-law, my husband's cousin. And so she was friends with Bree, who is your wife. Right. Hey, Bree. 6'6". I was on Instagram. Congratulations. And so I remember this tall guy coming in, and Kylie, my youngest at the time, but she's my middle one, she would not go to any women, and so she only liked men. That. You remember that?
I remember that.
Kylie, oh my gosh, Kylie was crying, acting up, and then you was like, "Let me hold that." She just stopped crying.
That's right.
You remember that?
I swear, I really remember.
I remember that being in the apartment. I was like, "Really, really?" And so I don't think you had any kids then.
No,
how old were you?
No more than 18, 19.
18 at 19?
At most.
Wow.
Probably 17.
Wow.
A kid. I wouldn't think about no kid.
Yeah. And so I met you then. And then after that, I was looking for somebody to do my hair. I think it was a couple of years down the line. Right. And Brachelle was like, "Oh, well, Dwayne, he does that." Weezy, y'all. His name is Weezy. Does hair. And I was like, okay. And so I looked, and I'm going to show you. I wish I could show the camera. My first time you doing my hair, you had that black cover and had the Weezy with the sparkle design. And, I was sitting in the apartment and I was like, my hair look good.
Come on, man.
And so that was my first, encounter with you. That. And you have always been genuine and sweet and good personality. And so I'm just happy that you're here.
Thank you, man.
I'm happy that you're here.
I love that.
So we are going to start with the icebreaker with this or that. Okay, we're going to do a little hairstyling edition.
Let's do it.
So Curly or straight? When you are styling, what do you like to style mostly? Curly or straight, and why?
Curly, like actually like curly?
Like curly.
Curly.
Yeah.
For sure. Curly.
Curl.
Yeah.
Straight is just...
There's nothing wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on, the look you're going for, but
okay.
I feel like I can be more creative if I'm actually doing a
curl.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So short or long? Bob length or long length? What we thinking?
Long.
I know. I love long.
You can't go wrong with it.
You can't, even if it's a medium length.
Yeah.
I just feel like short is good, and it's all right. It takes a special person to have short, and I'm talking about bob or just...
I feel like when it's short, you're stuck there.
Yeah.
We can do it long if you decide to go short.
Yeah.
We can cut it. But
Yeah.
when it's already cut.
So wigs or sew-ins? It just depends.
To style, I like to style wigs.
Okay.
Because it's all uniform.
Mm-hmm.
The hair, I don't have to blend, but I'm going to say sewing.
You going to say sewing? Okay, I miss a good sewing.
Like, come on.
Okay, all right. So would you rather style someone on the red carpet or in your shop? Would you rather have to do somebody who is going to go on the red carpet, or would you rather style somebody that's just every day getting their hair done?
Sure. I enjoy I call them my everyday girls.
Your day one?
I love them.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get that bag.
I know.
I'm going to go on that carpet. I'm going to get on that carpet if I can.
I don't blame you. So, LA or Houston? Look, that's like look now.
Okay.
In regards to, let's just say, I'm not going to even say just in styling, as far as you being a hairstylist.
I'm gonna say LA.
Okay, and tell me why.
Because you can be so creative. Like, it's always something. It's a photo shoot. It's event. It's anything. Rather in Houston, it's like my everyday girl. They just want to look good every day. Get their hair done for work. Go out every night and then. I'll say LA.
You gonna say LA? You gonna whisper and
say it loud because I'm still in Houston.
LA. Okay. I really thought that you were not here. I thought that you were in LA. And one thing that I remember is when I was sitting in your chair one day, I remember you saying, like, I'm gonna be a celebrity hairstylist. Like, I want to go. You don't remember? I remember that. I remember saying, like, what you were doing, your vision. You was always, like, thinking about what you were going to do. And I heard you say that, and to see it, it just makes me, like, when I sent you that DM on Instagram, I truly meant that I am very proud of you, of everything that you're doing. But I know that this is only a taste, a little sprinkle of what God has for you.
We're praying for it.
Yeah, it's already done.
We're praying for it. So
my last this or that is fashion-wise, because you are fashion. I remember you helping me with a fashion shoot, but we're not gonna say what fashion shoot it was for.
Right. Okay.
But you are very fashion forward. That's one thing I love about you. You always have swag, and it's not about designer. It's not about that. It's always about what you put together to make it you. So what is your go-to fashion, designer?
I don't have a designer. Okay. We're on the same page.
We are. And we didn't even plan this.
No, at all.
We did.
And I never wear these colors.
Yeah, we didn't plan. I'm always really in black sometimes.
That's what I was trying to find.
Yeah, but you got a sprinkle of black.
A little bit. Yeah.
A sprinkle.
Whatever I'm feeling, it's honestly just what I'm feeling in that day, in that moment. I'm not big on like designers. Yeah. I can't afford it all the time.
Yeah, but when you even look on your page and just you in person, like you just have a creative eye when it comes to fashion, when it comes to hairstyling. Like you just creative. Yeah. So you don't have. But where's your favorite place to shop at then?
Right now, my favorite place is.
Well, give me a couple of them.
I like Zara.
Everybody. Zara.
But you know what? I can't really fit Zara.
Really?
Zara kind of too small for me.
Okay.
I like Forever every now and then.
Okay.
And you want to know what else?
Tell me a good one. See, and let me tell you something. People be sleeping on Walmart.
If you go on my page, I bet you. This come from Walmart.
Yeah.
This come from Walmart.
I believe it.
I'm
It's
serious.
all about how you style
put it
something and
together.
how you put it together in the person. It's not about the designer or the label.
Because it's made in the same place.
It is.
I ain't gonna say that, but
I
said it.
I know.
Y'all make it the same place. But that's not what we're talking about.
But Walmart. What about a little sprinkle of Target?
Oh, Target is for sure.
Yeah,
that's like mandatory.
It's mandatory.
Go to Target first, and then
we're
gonna
go somewhere else. Okay,
yeah, for sure.
So Zara, Target, Walmart. Okay.
And I like ASOS.
Okay,
I love ASOS.
And what about online?
ASOS, I play around with. I got this from this old. I got it from Fashion Nova.
Okay.
I got this from Fashion Nova. This not from Target. This from Fashion Nova. Both of these from Fashion Nova.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm at Zara and Naked Wardrobe today.
That's it, man.
Zara and Naked Wardrobe. I love Zara. So let's get into it. Tell me, who is Weezy? Who is Dwayne? As a child, like, who were you growing up?
I was a fat kid.
Really?
I was a fat kid.
Okay.
So I had a lot of little insecurities.
Okay.
But I was a dreamer. Like, I dreamed I'm gonna lose weight. Like, I used to dream stuff like that.
Play with you.
You're gonna lose weight. Like, I would dream about the stuff that I would do once I lose. Now, I was a dreamer. I was that kid who I always was like, all right, like, what I'm gonna do to get further as a kid, like, seriously. And just always hustling, like, what's my next hustle? Trying to be creative and tearing up stuff just so I can put it back together. That kid.
Okay, so when did you think you realized that you were creative to dibble into like fashion and to wanting to do different things? Because I think when we're younger, we don't realize it till we go back and we think like, I used to do this when I was younger. Or I used to do that. Like,
I actually remember I was in the 6th grade, and this is why I still shop at Walmart, Target. I shop anywhere. We used to shop at Phallus Paralysis. You remember Phallus Paralysis?
Let me tell you something. Me and my grandmother used to be in Phallus Paralysis all the time.
I'm trying to say.
I'm telling you.
We would go there. And
one off 59.
The one on 59?
The big one on 59.
Yo, but no, we was in there one day at City Trend. And like, we going in there, we don't have a lot of money. Yeah. So it's like, okay, make some stuff happen. I remember I told Mom, because she used to pick my clothes, I say, hey, let's wrap that up. Let me try to find, tell me how much money we got, and then I'm gonna go find one. Yeah. And that's when I started. I was like trying to put a little stuff, had probably $20 max, and putting stuff together, and I was like, I like this. I like this.
It made you feel confident about yourself. And so your mom, she supported you in that.
Right.
And she was like,
you look silly, but I know you're gonna make something happen when you get home with your other pieces. Like, all right.
Now, one thing I remember when I met you, you had your eyebrows with the little lines, and he said you played. I do. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah. And so, coming into that, knowing who you are, being creative and everything, how did you start your journey in becoming a hairstylist? Like, what was that like for you?
So I was doing fashion, which you remember.
I remember
you doing fashion, and out here, fashion isn't big.
At all. Let me tell you something. I love Houston, and I'm going to tell y'all something.
Death.
But it's...
Y'all got to listen. It's not big for everybody.
Yeah.
And I figured that out really quick.
Yeah.
And I knew I couldn't make a lot of money. So,
and what you started out in fashion? What did you start?
I was calling myself a wardrobe stylist.
Okay. You didn't call yourself. You were a wardrobe stylist.
I was trying to do that, and it just wasn't lucrative enough for me. And then my wife, Brandon, she got pregnant, and it was like, all right, so now we got a kid on the way. It's time to hustle. It's time to really get your mind. And by that time, I had been helping her do her hair for like maybe a year and a half.
So this wasn't something that you did prior to wardrobe styling.
No.
Like, you started, that means, let's see, if Kelly is how old?
She's 9.
She's 9.
So that was like 10. I learned how to do it 11 years ago. I know that.
Wow.
It's been 11 years. I learned how to do it. And
so you started off helping Bree do her hair.
Helping her, my mama, and Brandy. Just helping them do stuff that they couldn't do in the back or side, whatever. And I actually learned how to do it in the process. And I was like, we about to save some money because you want your hair done. Okay, I can't afford it. You ain't working, I ain't working. So I'm gonna do your hair and just trial and error. And I learned how to do it.
Wow.
Kind of fast.
Yeah. And then so you went to cosmetology school?
So I actually started doing it. I posted on Instagram, made a little page, which is now Weezy Did It page.
And how many followers you at now? Probably about 100 something thousand.
Nah, I'm shadow banned.
You shadow banned?
I've been shadow banned for a while.
Really?
I think I got like 91, 90.
Okay.
90.
Okay.
It's a little something.
Okay.
But yeah.
And so you had your page and everything.
Made that page, posted all their little pictures, and I put on the thing. I was like, I did this, and then people.
So how did you come up with the name Weezy for styling? Like how for hairstyling? Like what? How did you come up with this is gonna be my name?
So I got my name from all them little New Orleans kids.
Let me tell you something.
Brachelle, Ashley, Brian, Brandy. They gave me that name. And that name just stuck with me.
And let me tell you something. You and this accent, we are both married to people from New Orleans, okay? And so we pick up their accents at times.
You think?
I think so.
I don't think so.
Sometimes I can hear it in certain things.
I don't want it.
I don't want it either. I don't want to say turlet.
Oh, no,
I'm not doing any of that.
Deep.
That's real deep. That's
Earl.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, man.
Earl. My mother-in-law will say Earl in a minute.
They sweet, but
not that sweet. Man. But as far as Whitbury, and picking up accents, yeah, I could hear it just a little bit. But how did you come up with the name?
It was hard because at first it was HD hair because I used to just call myself selling hair. You know what I sell hair? Yeah. So it was that page. I was saying I was selling hair and I did it. I was trying to do a little combo, and I was like, so when people say I did the hair, like what they gonna say? Like they gonna say HD hair did they hair? And I was like, what if they just said like Weezy did it? And I was like, let's try it. And it was available because you had to see it for the name of it. And I just put it on there.
Weezy did it. So the New Orleans people gave you the name.
The New Orleans people gave me the name and I brought it to Houston.
And you just brought it to Houston.
And now we're going nationwide.
Okay. Say it again. We gotta claim it. We going Worldwide. I feel it. We are going, but you are. I mean, you out there.
Yeah, thank you.
You are. You out there. So, what inspired you to want to take that leap of jump to begin traveling and doing all of that? I mean, that's big. I know you. It's one thing when we speak it, but to actually put it in action.
I did a tour. I was because my little sew-ins was people love my little sew-ins, and I was like, what if I started teaching people? And Instagram came up with the insights to where you can see where people where they were liking your pages. And my main ones was like LA, New York, Atlanta, and Houston. And I was like, well, what if I just do a tour? And I made a little flyer, put the little flyer on there, sold the tickets, they sold, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go there. And when I went to LA specifically, I think I had about 14, 15 people in the class. Mind you, this was like 5 years ago. So that was a lot for me. Yeah. And they was like, you need to come here more often. People love you here. And I was like, really? Like, I didn't know people knew me here. And I was like, all right, well, we're going to keep trying it. Then COVID happened. And when COVID will humble you.
Yeah, it humbled.
I was like, I need to get back.
Yeah.
I need to figure out how to, stack some money. I was like, I'm going to just start going to LA.
And so you started the classes in LA, and then after you started the classes in LA, how did you realize that you were going to have clients of a higher caliber? How did that come about?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that was coming with it. Because eventually, Nicole, I used to always say I want to be a celebrity stylist, but eventually I kind of I faded away from that. I was like, I just want to be successful. I was like, I just want to be able to provide. And, talking to God, I guess that was in his plan of him providing for me.
Yeah.
They would just DM me, hey, I'm here. Or, hey, are you coming here? I'd be like, yeah, I'll do it.
So in your career, what who would you say, this is like a question I always ask everyone, who would you say in your journey has, sown a seed into you to where has helped you get to where you are today? Who would you say that person, or it can be people, would be? Because, you mentioned God.
Yes.
And so that's
100%.
Yeah.
I would say that seed, I would say it would be Callie and Brian. It would be them.
And why would it be that?
Because that was the only reason I started doing it. I was like, I need to make some money. And the only reason I said that was because she was pregnant with her. And I really think that was like,
that was your aha moment with God.
That was like, okay, get it together.
Yeah.
Like, what you want to do. I give it to them too.
Okay.
And my mama.
And your mama.
And my mama. Because I had to get out of her house. Yeah. So she was like,
you used to give your mama a hard time. You and your mama would be going back and forth, and you'd be like, oh.
She had a lot to deal with. That's my girl.
I know. She was so funny. She had a lot of she has a lot of personality. But that's good to say that, Bree and Callie have sown a seed in you. And then Callie, Callie, your twin. Jesus. Your twin looks just like you.
Headache, man.
Whose personality does she have? You
she
or
have
Bree?
Her own.
She not, neither one of y'all.
She have a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot. When is her birthday?
She had like July 3rd.
Okay.
Cancer.
Okay.
She all over the place.
Just all
emotional
over the place.
And that's my girl.
I know it is. That's your twin. So seeing, you said Callie and Bree. So Callie is walking in your fashion footsteps.
I'm living through her.
You living through
That's
her.
A fact.
And so I saw that she was going to Cali, to LA, doing modeling. LA modeling.
Yeah, we trying to get her signed.
Wow.
But they want her to be there.
Okay. So how you gonna do that? God, he gonna make it work.
I told him, I said, we gotta talk, man. Yeah. We got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, she is beautiful, and you can tell that it's something that she enjoys doing. Right. When you have kids and when you have a passion, and a lot of people want to live through their kids, but it's something that I can tell from seeing her that she wants to do it. Yeah, she enjoys it. It's like the camera is calling her, and she's like, I'm here.
That's right. Yeah.
Because everybody is not photogenic. Everybody is not. I mean, at a young age, you can just tell that. That's what she wants to do.
She likes to do. I ain't about to push her to do it.
I know.
Because you don't waste my time.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so how did it come up? Like, how did that all start with Callie?
Halloween, which is crazy. It's Halloween. I think she was 1 or 2. I'm gonna say 2. And she was taking pictures with all the kids, and she was full out just posing. And I was like, "What is she doing?" I was like, what is she watching?"
Yeah.
And after that, I started paying attention to her. Every time she take a picture, she would really get into like she would be getting herself ready for it. Versus, normal little kids, they just
smiling.
The little awkward.
I'm here.
She like doing that. I'm like, okay, you keep it up. We're gonna make some money. And as she got older, I was like, "You want to take pictures?" And she was like, "Yeah." And she would literally, I could see her evolving. I was like, "Man, that's crazy." So I started pointing to her a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. I tell her, "Look, if you want to do it, I'm with you. If you don't want to do it, tell me. Don't waste my time.
Don't waste my time. I'm not gonna pressure you."
So right now we're gonna get a little bag out there.
Oh yeah.
We're trying to get to a bag.
I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. And so you have 2 other.
Yes. Tatum.
You sure we're not gonna have no more? That's it.
I can pretty much bet you anything that I won't have no more kids.
You said,
sure.
I'm not having no more.
I ain't having no more kids.
So you have 2 more.
Yes.
Okay, tell me their names.
Tatum and Avery.
Tatum and Avery.
Avery's 3. Tatum is 2.
Okay, and so Tatum, like we were talking about earlier, and Kinley, my mini-me, have the same birthday on April 27th. When I was looking, I said, what is the coincidence of that? That is crazy. And she is bossy. She is very demanding and knows what she wants, and she has a lot of personality.
So that's some money right there.
Yeah, she does. She does. That's my heart. But it's my mini-me. God gifted me her.
He gave you what?
Yeah. She look just like her daddy, but act like me. Yeah. And then my middle one, looks like me, act like her dad. And then my son, he's just a mixture of us
Yeah, he the
all
balance.
together. He the balance.
He the
He's the
balance.
balance. And
That's
so
cool.
you and Bree, you said that Bree sowed a seed in you too. So we're gonna talk about the love of your life,
Absolutely.
Bree. And so I'm just so proud of both of y'all. When I said they married, they got kids. You look fine. 6'6". I was just like, wow. Like how did y'all meet? How did y'all even meet? Y'all met in high school, right?
We met in middle school.
Middle school.
We met in middle school when they came from Katrina.
Uh-huh.
The first day they moved to the neighborhood, I met them that first day. Their first day.
Yeah.
It's with their cousin that's married into their family.
Mm-hmm.
It was my cousin that's married to my family.
Wow.
And she introduced us.
Wow.
And we've been
together since.
Been cool ever since.
So how does it feel now being a father, a husband, a traveling hairstylist? Like how do you balance all of that? You got 3 kids, you got a wife, you're traveling.
I'm learning.
Oh.
It's a process.
It is.
I'm learning.
It is.
Take it day by day.
But it's a lot.
But I pray a lot.
That's good.
I pray a lot. Whenever I feel unsure, I feel like it's a lot. I talk to him and I say, hey, help me out. Like, what's going on?
You know, a lot of people, you know, when you hear or you feel something, it's something not easy. You always got to pray. And a lot of people don't like to talk about this. Some people say a higher power or that's what, you know, they do. And they have their own methods. Yeah. But, you know, I just believe in going to the source. And you have to pray. And he answers right away. It might not be 100%. How you feel or how you might see it or what you want to see it, but he's going to answer you.
He wants you to come to him.
He won't say it again.
Literally, he wants you to come to him.
He wants you to come to him. And it's not even hard. No. It's not even hard. People make it hard, but it's not even hard at all. So that's
one of the easiest things.
It's one of the easiest things. You can pray in your bed. You can get on the floor, have your meditation time. Just
talk to him, communicate.
And ask for guidance, because if you want to go to another dimension, another step, you're going to have to ask him.
And clarity.
And clarity.
Pray for that clarity.
You're going to have to.
Amen.
So let me ask you this. I'm going to go back to working with high profile clients. You know, you talked about a little bit. How did it come about? Did anybody introduce you? Did anybody mentor you into having that relationship? How did that all evolve?
No, from what I remember, my friend, we went to school together, Miracle.
Okay.
She was an influencer on Instagram. I did her hair, and honestly, ever since then, this was years ago, I just started getting a lot of attention on my page. And I always think of that. I always give her that. Like, I don't feel like she put me on, but, you know, I feel like she kind of introduced me. Yeah. Introduced people to me. But no, everything was through these hands. Like I said, talking, Instagram, being strategic with what I put on my page. And I think a lot of people fell in love with who I am versus because the hair was horrible. Yeah. The hair wasn't good.
I'm not gonna play with you.
The hair was not. It wasn't good at all. So I think people were intrigued with me. Like they want to know, like,
who are you?
Like what it like?
Yeah. One thing I talked about on my last podcast is being authentic and being yourself. And one of the things that, like you're saying, is that you yourself. And so you do hair, you do, you know, you dibble dabble into the fashion, but you yourself, and that's what people like. Yeah. They want to see that. So in regards to mentorship, will you be mentoring anyone or taking people under your wings?
I'm not opposed to it.
Okay.
I get asked a lot. A lot? And I just be like, I don't feel like I'm the right person right now, because I'm still trying to figure out my path. Yeah. And so I don't want that title right now. But for sure.
I could see it.
You know, Nicole, I get to know people. I just feel like I don't think they're ready for me. Let me say that.
Well, that's sometimes a mentor is hard on you, and they're going to be like, look, this is what you're going to do, and if you're not going to do it, it's just like your kids.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm sick of them too. You trying to add people on?
Add people on.
Nah, but I will. I do.
Okay.
I do. That's part of my retirement plan.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. And so through your journey, how has your faith been tested? Through your, don't give me that look.
Mm-hmm.
How has your faith been tested on your journey as far as being a hairstylist, being a father and a husband? How has it been tested?
I think kind of regular. I don't feel like I always tell people like this whole process of me starting hair, like building clients, still to this day, it's about to be 10 years I've been doing hair. I've never really had a hiccup.
Okay.
To where I was like, I never was like, am I gonna be able to make it? Nothing. It's just always been smooth. So I don't feel like he tested me. The most he tested me is now. Like, do I want to stay in Houston or do I want to go to LA? This is the most I felt pressure. Everything else, he always blessed me. It's just real smooth.
Okay. And so, what are you leaning more towards? Are you leaning more towards LA or Houston? He said, I don't know.
I just had a client. We just talked about this. I don't know. I really don't know what I want to do. I'll be leaving a lot behind here. And I don't think I've never stayed nowhere else ever. So I don't know.
So what would you say would be like the deal breaker to say, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go to LA? Like what besides not living anywhere else, like what would be your go-to to be like, we just gonna go to LA? Like what would you say would be the deal breaker to where you're like, all right, I'm gone?
I think if Cali was to get signed,
I knew you was gonna say that.
I think that I would do it because I'm serious. It would just be like literally a sign from God saying like to go.
Yeah.
For him to bring my child, the person who started what I built here, and for him to like literally put her somewhere else in the same direction that I'm in and want to go. I think that's just him telling me like, all right, man, like
do it.
Step out on faith.
Okay. Well,
So
we gonna see. We're gonna see. What advice would you give to aspiring hairstylists right now?
Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Whatever that is, stay in your lane. Stay focused on what you're actually good at. Cause see, a lot of people they're not good at. They try to do everything and they're not good at it.
Yeah.
But that one thing they actually good at, that may be what it is that's gonna set you apart from everybody. Okay. So stay in your lane. So
what would you say is, because the sew-ins used to be, that was your signature. So what would you say Weezy's lane is?
It looking natural.
Oh,
I'm like big on just, whether it's a wig, a quick weave, a silk press,
natural.
tape it, natural. As long as they look natural. That's
that. I like that. I like that. So what would you say it's going to be, or what do you want? Don't look at me like that. What do you want your legacy to be? And I'm gonna give it twofold because I want twofold answers. What do you want your legacy to be in the world of hairstyling? And what do you want your legacy to be as just Dwayne?
So you broke it up. I never thought about that.
Okay, come on, think about it.
I would want, as far as hair, I would say that he stayed in his lane. And that, like, I don't know. Nicole, I don't know.
You do know. You know. What do you want your legacy to be? After it's all said and done, you retired, you on that island, you chilling. You know, Callie is in modeling. Your kids are doing what they want to do. You and Bree just together. What is your legacy family-wise? And then hairstyling, as far as being a hairdresser, what do you want your legacy to be?
I would say, as far as family, like, I would want the legacy. I would honestly want it to still be living on. So I want to, like,
pass it down.
I don't know which one of them. what's crazy, I wouldn't want my son to have it.
Really?
Because I didn't. It was nothing that I wanted to do as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I want him to do, but I want to. I ain't about to tell y'all this.
Why? I want you to tell us. Just give me a little snippet.
I would want to educate.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that. I do want to educate people on my way, not necessarily cosmetology school, but just things that I've learned over the years and how I've remained consistent.
Mm-hmm.
I would want to teach them my consistency.
Okay.
Family wise, I want to be rich.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie.
I
want to have a lot of money from what I do with these hands.
From what I do with these hands.
Honest money, you know. But yeah.
Okay. And so I want to ask you this before I start closing out. You mentioned your son, you wouldn't want that, him to be a hairstylist if he had to. So how does it feel like being in a woman-dominated field? I mean, it's a lot of men, here and there, but a lot of women are in the industry for hair. So like how does that feel? Like you just like, well, I don't care. I'm in my lane, y'all stay in y'all lane, but how you feel about that?
I don't feel nothing.
Nothing?
I don't feel no pressure.
No pressure.
I swear like I
am
Weezy. I do my thing. Like I do my thing and I have my own. God has blessed me with my own brand, my name, and I'm cool with that. Like whatever you do,
that's you.
That's you.
Okay. All right.
I don't feel no pressure from no female or no male.
Say it again.
Neither one.
Yeah. So tell me, what is next for Weezy? What do you have coming up?
I got some stuff coming up.
Come on, you gotta share. Well, you gotta share just a little bit.
I'm gonna be selling something.
Okay.
That I'll say that. Okay. I really can't say it, but I'm gonna be selling something that's beneficial to everybody, literally everybody. Okay. Everybody can have a part of it. Okay. But then I would say LA. I'll give you that. Okay. Nobody know that I'm even considering it, so I would say LA will be next. So that's what you got coming up. I think so. I want to thank you for being here today with your time. Time is money for you because I know you work 24/7. And when you said a Monday, I said I knew he was going to say a Monday. And then I worked today. I ended up doing one of my friends, his wife. You just don't never stop. I'm going to stop today. Well, I thank you so much for being on the Sow and Seed podcast. I thank you for sowing a seed in me because who knew how we met? Right. That's why I tell people all the time, you always treat people with dignity, respect, always give them, their flowers and just be you when you meeting people because you never know how it's going to come full circle. Right. Ever. I appreciate you too. I appreciate you too, and I miss you. That's dope. But when I told you that I am proud of you, I am literally proud of you. To see who you are now, the things that you are accomplishing, and being a husband, a father, how. But you are a guest on my show. I am. Me too. I have accomplished a lot. God has allowed a lot. Like I have came a long way. That's so okay. Good. I'm so proud of you. I am. Who wouldn't say I would be a minister? Come on. On my own business. I'm dibbling dabbling in my clothing line. We working on that. So I might need to talk to you a little bit after. But to be able to just see you, it's about you. I'm very proud of you. Thank you so much. So, Weezy, tell us where everyone can find you. Instagram. That's my only. We're on Instagram. Tell them Instagram. Weezy did it. At Weezy did it. WeezyDidit. Yep. Yes. And then what about Also Cali? Also You Cali. Yeah, my baby. I ain't about to spell all that. Also You Cali. Yes. O-H. So Cali. Well, You Cali. Okay. Yeah, all right. For sure. You can find me at Nicole Mays Jackson on IG, NicoleMaysJackson.com. Go and check it out. Also, Sowing Seed Pod for the Sow and Seed podcast. You can catch us on Instagram.